train waiting to go to have my catheterization and my other heart checkups, and the overwhelming feeling still banging on. So the overwhelming feeling is still that they're going to tell me they made a mistake, which I don't mean to insult the doctors, but wild stuff doesn't happen to me. This is kind of wild. So yeah, I'm expecting them to just be like, actually we made a massive mistake and your heart is perfectly okay and you don't need an operation. I'll let you know how that idea goes. So I'm just walking to the hospital, and I actually had to check the time with the guy that I hadn't woken up in the middle of the night. This is 8 o'clock in the morning in Madrid, and it is pitch black. And back in Javier, where I'm from,
turn left toward Avenida de la Reina Victoria.
There we go, there's my instructions. It would be like broad daylight and beautiful sun and fabulous, what do you call them, when the sun rises. Oh, that's it, sun rises. As you can see, I'm a bit out of breath as well. One thing I do find with the PAPVR is the weather, when it's like this, when it's cold and damp, it really affects the breathing, and I just thought that was normal, but I actually don't think it is. So yeah, so if you have that, you're not alone, and it makes me cough a lot, but and that's breathlessness. That's what it looks like you just forgot to take a breath. And I'm moving downhill, so I shouldn't be doing that either, but it is. Anyhow, let's go get a test. Wait for the sunrise. So I'm in my private suite, private toilet here, and lovely sofa, which I actually think comes out to be a bed for guests if we're having parties. So yeah, I've just had my blood pressure, temperature and other stuff taken. And now I have to get into my sexy hospital gown for my stay, and then take off my jewellery, which is great. I actually have some that can't come off because I just can't get my fingers off. And yeah, I've just got to wait and be bored. So yeah, it's nice, and they put the heating on. It's like a really good sized hospital room. I mean hotel room, but without any of the fun stuff. Well, they work fast around here. I am that's a better position here, and then you can't see my double chin. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've now had my bloods taken. I think they took, as Tony Hancock would say, about an armful. And I've had an ECG, and I've met more nurses, Patricia, Christimar, and Mercy, which seems like a good name for a hospital nurse. And now I'm hooked up to, I don't know what it is. They did tell me, but it was in Spanish, and they just said it's normal and it's not vodka. So, and then I've got one of these in. So, and they don't know when my catheterization is, but something tells me I'm not going anywhere right now. Could do video TV on the bed. There's no actually so if I could sit up, but I'm sure I can. So I'm back from cardiogram. They did not sedate me. They just gave me hang on. They just gave me something to make me feel a bit drunk, which wore off. And I would say it went in through my right vein and my right artery. And you can feel it, and it is uncomfortable, I think is the word. And when it goes in your heart, for me, it gave me palpitations. If we say, no, that's palpitations. So now I finally know what that wiggling feeling has been in my heart for since I was 22 is palpitations. Like, that's what it's been doing. It's been getting itself in a bubbly mess. So now I've got this. So I'm not allowed to drink for 2 hours. Oh, excuse me, got it into my nose. Got to keep my arm still for a minimum 4 hours. And yeah. So that's it. So I survived it. Woohoo! And they're coming with my results later. The heart pressure is, they said, was good. It's fine. But the shunt, which is basically the amount of additional blood that my heart is putting through the pulmonary system, or rather than going back out of my body into my body, is severe. So that needs to now have the doctors talk about it, because that's what is going to lead to a quick operation date. Oh, and I did finally get to meet my venous drainage. It is official. There's no way it's a mistake. And I wanted to take a picture, but I'm not allowed my camera in there, so hopefully they'll give me the results and I can show you. It's just these two huge veins, and yeah, they come, instead of meeting at the top of my lung, they meet at the bottom of my lung and come out underneath my heart. So we will see from there. But if you're watching my journey and you have PAPVR, venous drainage issues, I hope this is helping you, because everybody's been amazing in the hospital. And they even switched into English for me from Spanish to explain everything. So they've been great. My first meal. Yay, look. This room is 1,630 odd euros a night. That's my dinner. No way. I'm gonna starve. It's very, 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 very boring having your own private room. It's a real first world problem, but there's nobody here. There's only so much sleeping you can do, but I definitely need to give thought to fun things to entertain myself with when I'm recovering from my arm. Excuse me, I have to tell you one thing about this thing. Apart from them being very uncomfortable, as I have been really tired since the catheterization, which surprised me. I hear that you get sent home, and I'm thinking, Jesus, I'm absolutely exhausted. And I didn't do anything. I just lay there and moaned like, ah! Woohoo! So about 10 hours after I had my catheterization in my vein here and my artery here, they came and took the rest of the bandages off, and yeah, I'm sure they'll heal up just fine. Just a little bit of soreness, but other than that, no problem. Here, where I think the catheter got stuck, it felt like it was really tight and they're really having to shove it through. That is still sore. Feels like it'll be bruised. And my heart feels very heavy. It has done all day. Well, I mean, there's no wonder if you're going to stick something through it, is it? But it just feels heavy and leaden, and the main thing is just feeling really tired, which I don't quite understand, but I'm putting down to the fact that I'm stuck in hospital and I'm not really allowed out of my bed, which I don't know why. I thought your own room would be really cool, but I'm starting to think I want to be on a ward somewhere with lots of other entertaining, wonderful people. Oh well. So yeah, that was catheterization. Tomorrow it's cardiac MRI, and then I should be getting on a train and going home. So bye-bye for now. So that seems to be me done. I just finished my cardiac MRI, which is always a pleasure. That went on for absolutely ages, I think an hour. And then a lovely doctor came out to meet me, who is good friends with the doctor who referred me all the way from Alicante. and she spoke English, so she explained the next few steps for me. And those steps are, I 100% need an operation because it's progressing. They were surprised it had never been picked up before. And she told me that it's Schimmerter syndrome. But in my case, my lung is a pretty good size. My right lung, ordinarily in Schimmerter, you'd have you'd have a very small lung, which probably would get it picked up a lot sooner. But in my case, my lung is a good size. So anyhow, all I have to do now is wait for hopefully my breakfast, because I'm hungry and my blood pressure is actually low today. It's 95/78, and I'm taking myself to home on the train, so I need to bring that up. But yeah, she said that next step is my info goes to a surgeon's meeting. They decide if I need any more tests, and if not, they book me in. And they're planning their surgeries in about a month at the moment, so who knows. You know, a month from now is Valentine's Day, which would be like, how sick would that be? Like, she got a new heart on Valentine's Day. I think with these things, you just got to find the funny side or the bright side. And I spent my time making friends with the hospital staff and wowing them with my amazing Spanish. They were really good, all of them. So kudos to La Luz Hospital, and they will do the surgery here. I think they've got several other hospitals they could take me to, and the surgeon involved works in all of them, but they said they'll do it here, so there we go. See what happens. Stay tuned. And if you're going through this, the best advice is just try and relax, and don't feel embarrassed to ask questions or scared to ask questions, and try and stay calm, because they can work miracles these days, and that's something I do know. So bye for now.